This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Okay. Can anyone recall what we discussed in the previous session, or else let me recall. Let me recall. So in the previous session, we discussed about different types of integrations. Different types of integrations. So depending on the where they hosted. Okay, types of integrations. Where they hosted. Okay, where they hosted means where they placed, like, different application systems hosted means, basically the integrations, whatever the integrations which we are developing, integrations are the directly proportional to, okay, directly proportional to directly proportional directly proportional to the peer application systems where they hosted, which means, let's say, whether they hosted on on-prem or whether they hosted on cloud, or both are, it is a combination of on-prem and on cloud. Like, whatever the integration which we are doing, like, whether we are doing on-premise integrations, whether we are doing cloud integrations, or whether we are doing hybrid integrations, the integrations are directly proportional to the peer application systems.
Diana went to
Okay,
classroom.
peer application systems mean, like, we
Class
yesterday we
Diana went to
discussed.
me.
Hari sir, can you mute yourself? Yeah, okay. So now, like, a peer application systems, yesterday we discussed about different application systems, right? Different application systems. What are the different application systems we discussed? Okay, systems means, we have discussed CRM applications, ERP applications,
Yeah.
we discussed file systems, right? File systems. And we discussed about HRMS portals, and we discussed about database. Likewise, we have different application systems, right? So, like, if you are doing integration directly, whatever the integration which we are doing, they are directly interacting or directly proportional to this application systems, because directly we are connecting to these application systems, and whether we are pulling the data or we are sending the data to that application systems. Like, as I mentioned, for example, let's say if you are doing integration between two application systems, there is a CRM one and another is ERP. Okay, so now if you are doing integration in between these two application systems, okay, directly if you are using any intermediator, okay, any intermediator or any middleware tool, so now this intermediator is directly connecting with this system, and it is pulling the data from this system, and it is directly connecting to this system, and directly it is sending to this system, which means directly it is connecting directly proportional to each application system. Okay, now coming to different types of integration where they hosted. Like, where they hosted means where they placed, right? Yesterday we discussed we have three types of integrations, right? Like, we have on-premise integrations, we have a cloud integrations, right? Cloud integrations, and what one more integration type we have, what is that? Hybrid integration.
Hybrid integration.
Yes, hybrid integration. So these three types are decided where they hosted, which means any application system, whatever the may be the application system, if you are, working with the CRM application, if you are working with ERP application, whether we are working with a database, a file system, whatever may be the application system, the place where they hosted, how they managing, how they're maintaining, depending on that, we are classified the integration as three types. One is on-premise application, on-premise integrations, another is cloud integrations, and the third one is hybrid integrations. On-premise means the source and the target system both are hosted on-prem. Okay, they are on-premise means the application system which is installed and maintained by the behind a corporate firewall systems. Okay, any company which is installing and it is maintained by that particular company, then application system we will call it as a on-premise application. Okay, there is a lot of, like, no, there might be some disadvantages of this on-premise applications. Why? Because, see, this continuous, they require some installations, for in on-premise applications, they require some kind of installations, like some kind of software installations or hardware installations, any kind of setups they required. After that, they need continuous maintenance. Continuous maintenance means if anything is coming, or any server issue, or any the malware attacking or any virus attacking to that particular systems, we need to continuously monitor. We require a continuous monitoring. Okay, due to this, maybe some issues happen on this application. Due to this, the whole business is going to be stopped, right? It is a loss of business, right? To overcome this, a lot of companies are, they are moving to cloud applications. Okay, cloud applications. These cloud applications have a okay these cloud applications have a more scalability. Okay, due to digital transformations, and nowadays, everything is coming in like a digital transformations, right? Due to that, no lot of companies are moving to cloud. So okay, so now a lot of companies are moving their integrations or their applications to cloud. In a cloud, just as I mentioned in the previous session, for cloud applications, we no need to install any kind of softwares, no need to do any kind of maintenance, no need to manage anything. Just if we have for cloud applications, if we have good internet connection, good internet connection, and valid credentials means, for example, if you want to connect with the platform, Boomi. It is, as I mentioned, it is a cloud application. It is a cloud application or cloud integration tool. If there, we no need to install anything or no need to maintain anything. Just we need a good internet connection and a valid credentials. Okay, valid credentials. Okay, I will show you now. So let's say this is my Boomi platform. Okay, this is my Boomi platform. Let me sign out. Okay, if you have a good good internet connection and a valid credentials, then you can log in from anywhere. Okay, this is a platform. Okay, see, if you have a valid credentials, like if you have an account, for that account you need username and password. That's it. If you can log in from your mobile, you can log in from your laptop, and wherever you want, you can log in from. Okay, this is our, like as I mentioned, Boomi is a cloud integration tool. So which is offered by Boomi is offered by which application, which offering, which cloud offering offered by this Boomi? Anyone? iPass.
iPass.
iPass, right?
Mm.
iPass. So yesterday we discussed about different integration offerings for on-premise integrations. Like we discussed about message brokers, we discussed about ESBs, we discussed about
ESB.
net integration suites, right? These are all designed to these are all offerings designed to achieve the on-premise integrations. But here, as I mentioned, on-premise integrations require a lot of maintenance, lot of installations, a lot of management they required, and the security is very less, and they need the availability and the scalability also very less. To overcome all these disadvantages, business have introduced a new offering, that is a iPass. iPass is an integration platform as a integration platform as a service. Okay, so which is okay integration platform as a service, which is cloud integration offering. Okay, it is an integration offering where we can do build of integrations. Build is nothing but a development. Okay, build of integrations and deployment of integrations, deploy of integrations, right? We can do deployments, and we can do manage of integrations. Okay, manage of integrations. Whatever the integrations we are developing, okay, we can deploy them and we can manage them at a place. Okay, at a platform it is providing the integration platform as a service. Name itself, it is show, giving as a platform. Okay, it is providing you one platform where you can build your integrations to develop. Okay, so if it is a on premise, if it is an on premise, what we are doing, you are installing the software and you are doing the integrations. But if it is a cloud based integration offering, okay, if it is a cloud based offering, we are, as I mentioned, we are not installing any software or any hardware or any kind of things we are not installing. As I mentioned, we need a good internet connection and a good valid credentials, right? So if you have a good internet connection and valid credentials, where you will log in and where you will develop your integrations, where you will deploy your integrations, where you will manage your integration. For that we require one kind of platform, right? If you have one kind of platform, you can go there and you can do whatever the actions if you want to perform, you can perform, right? For that we require one kind of platform. That platform is offered by this iPaaS. Okay, this iPaaS. And in the iPaaS we have different integration tools like Boomi, we have a MuleSoft, right? We have a MuleSoft, we have a Celigo, we have a Zitterbit, we have a or cattle like that, and different offerings we have. So now, so this and all these tools will comes under the integration platform as a service. Okay, this is a platform where we can, okay, where we can develop our integrations, deploy our integrations and manage our integrations. Okay, this iPaaS offered by, okay, the platform, see, as I mentioned, it is a platform. Okay, this iPaaS is providing a one kind of platform. For Boomi, we have a one kind of platform. What is that platform name? Atom Sphere platform. Atom Sphere platform. Okay, the platform name is Atom Sphere platform. Okay, the platform, as I mentioned here, the iPaaS is providing you a platform to do our integrations, development for integrations, deployments and management. So that platform name is Atom Sphere platform. Atom Sphere platform, this is a platform where we can log in and we can build our integrations, we can deploy our integrations and we can manage our integrations. The platform name is Atom Sphere. It's not a atmosphere. It's not a atmosphere. In a chemistry we will talk about atmosphere or like so it is a atom sphere. It is a atom sphere. Okay, and someone like like they will write like this is like a bhumi. It's not our motherland bhumi, it's just a bhumi, that's it. Okay, it's not like a bhumi, it's just a bhumi. Okay, why I'm telling means like in my previous sessions a lot of people will, they will write like bhumi, they will write like a bhumi and they will call it as bhumi. It's not that bhumi, it's just bhumi, just bhumi, it's not bhumi. Okay, and as a it is not a del bhumi, it is not a del bhumi, it just bhumi. Okay, anyone, if anyone know saying it is del bhumi, don't do like such silly mistakes. It just bhumi, because we are here to put some 3 to 4 years of experience. If you are putting that 3 years or 4 years of experience, you must know all the terminologies and the technical words and the naming conventions are. Like simply if you are putting some del bhumi, okay, that person whoever interviewing you or whoever the experts in the in the market, they will say like, oh, this guy don't know anything about bhumi, it's just faking, he's just faking himself. Because these are all very very important. Okay, it's just bhumi, it's not a bhumi or a del bhumi, it's just bhumi. Okay, the platform name is at, it is a atom sphere, it's not a atmosphere, it is a atom sphere platform. Okay, atom sphere platform, where we can develop our integrations, we can deploy our integrations and we can manage our integrations. Okay, so now whenever like okay, whenever if you are doing integration, or whenever you are going to start your integrations, basically we need some kind of informations, right? We need some kind of requirements to develop our integrations, right? So like as I mentioned, if you are if you are working in an integration world, you need to like you need to understand before starting the integrations, before starting the integration you need to understand what kind of integration we are doing, right? What are the different applications we are going to touch, and what are the kind of security we need, what are the traffic or volume of data which we are getting from the source system. Okay, this like Okay, let me give you some basic details whenever you are starting the integration. Before starting integration or developing your integration, you need to clarify some important points, like what are the application systems, what are the application system application systems which we are trying to connect with. Okay, like application system means, as I mentioned, we have different application system, like whether it is a CRM application,
CRM, ERP,
yes, ERP application systems we are connecting, or database application systems we are connecting. Likewise,
HRMS.
first question, okay, first question, when, like before you are developing the integration, if you are if you are involving the requirement gathering, or you are involving the any calls to the client or your teammates, first if they are asked, no, I want this kind of integration. Okay, I want to develop an integration between my application system. So first your question is where they hosted, whether it is hosted on CRM, like I mean, before that we need to ask the question, what kind of applications which we want to integrate, whether CRM applications, whether they are ERP applications, whether they are DBs, or whether they are any file systems which we want, or else any custom application system which we want to connect. Custom applications means custom. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay, so whether they are hosted on premise, sorry, whether what kind of application system which we want to integrate. So whether CRM, ERP, or database, or custom application systems. And the second question is where they hosted. Where they hosted. Hosted means depending on the hosted, okay, where they hosted or where they place it. For example, let's say no, the customer said, know my source system is CRM and my target system is ERP or a database. Okay, now that second question is where they hosted. Where they hosted means where they placed. Depending on that, again we decided, right, we classified the integration. How many types? How many types we classified? Three types, right? Whether it is hosted on prime or whether they are hosted on cloud. And depending on these two application, I mean the hosted place, again we are going to decide our integration three ways. Whether we need to create, or whether we need to develop on premise integrations, or cloud integrations, or hybrid hybrid integrations, right? Depending on the place where they hosted, the application systems where they hosted, depending on that, again we classified our integration into three types, right? On premise integrations, cloud integrations, and hybrid integrations. And the third question is, and how much traffic we are getting. How much means how much traffic. Okay, see
Volume.
guys,
Like,
like if whenever not no before, if client asks you to which no we have a different integration tools, right? As I mentioned, we have a different integration tools in the market. Okay, this Boomi is there, MuleSoft is there, Celigo is there, or so out of this, why should I need to choose Boomi only? Why should I choose Boomi only? Okay, if the client asks you to this question, okay, and as I mentioned, there are different factors involving to choose these types of integration tools, right? Okay, by using Boomi we can achieve our integrations, by using MuleSoft we can achieve our integrations, by using Celigo we can achieve our integrations. By specifically why I need to go with Boomi. Okay, now we are learning Boomi, right? Why should I learn Boomi? Okay, why should I learn Boomi? If you know some basic questions, if you understand some basic concepts, then you can understand why we are learning Boomi, why we need to choose as an integration tool as a Boomi. Okay, for that, these are all the questions we need to answer. Okay, for that, these are all the questions we need to answer. Okay, simply it's not no, depending on the cost. Maybe Boomi is some 1 crore rupees, they are charging. For MuleSoft they are charging 1 lakh, sorry, 1 crore 50 lakhs something. It's not like depending on the cost. The cost is last factor. Before that we need to understand all these questions. Okay, first is what are the different application systems. Okay, if that systems are, these are all the different systems. Whether my integration tool, whether my integration tool have a capability to connect with this application systems or not. Okay, okay, if they have capability to connect with this application system, then if I have a, no, whether they hosted on premise, whether my integration tool have a capability to connect with on premise applications or not, whether my application, no, my integration tool have a capability to connect with the cloud applications or not. Okay, if you have a capability to connect with different applications where they hosted, then the next question is traffic. Okay, traffic means traffic or volume. Okay, it's not like we will get how much traffic do we get. Okay, do we get which means depending on the traffic also. For example per minute. Okay, if you are working for Amazon, in the Amazon per minute 1 lakh, 1 lakh orders are creating in the worldwide. Let's say per minute, 1 minute, in the 1 minute of time, there are some 1 lakh records or creating 1 lakh 1 lakh orders. 1 lakh orders are creating. As my integration tool, as if I'm choosing a Boomi as my integration middleware tool, whether it has a capability to accept this 1 lakh in a 1 minute, it is have a capability to accept this 1 lakh 1 lakh orders at a time or not. Okay, if it is have a 1 lakh records, if you are getting 1 lakh records or 2 lakhs records or 10 lakh records in a single minute, whether my integration tool have a capability to accept these orders or not, you will need to choose, right? We need to choose, no, we need to take a that also one of the key major point, right? Major point. Okay, if does not have a capability to accept 1 lakh records at a single minute, then what is the point of choosing the Boomi as a your integration tool? So for that you need to ask the, you need to ask that question, how much traffic we will get in a single minute, or how much traffic we need to get, we will get depending on that also we are going to decide our integration. We will design our integration such a way that to accept 1 lakh records or 1,000 records, whatever may be the count. If you have that particular Boomi or any integration tool which we are or adapting, that have a capability to accept this much of traffic or not, we need to decide. Okay, we need to ask this question. Then the next question is how much like what are the business entities we need to develop. What are the business entities? Business entities means, anyone have any idea? Business entities, let's say what kind of business entity you want to do integration. Like business entities means like orders integration, you orders are data you want to integrate. Or else if you want to do integration for invoice data, or you want to do any refunds data. Okay, or else if you are working for business, okay, if you are working for any business, what kind of entities you want to do integration, what kind of data you want to do integration. Okay, whether you want to do orders integration, or you want to do invoice integration, or whether you want to do refunds integration, depending on the business entity we will design our integrations. Okay, depending on the business entities we will design our integrations. And the next question is nature of the integration. Okay, nature of the integration, what kind of integration, what kind of integration you want to develop. Like we here the nature of integration can be decided, can be classified in three ways. One is the real time integration. What do you mean by real time integration? We will discuss, don't worry. But keep it in mind, whenever if you are choosing or whenever you are adapting any integration tool, we need to understand all such kind of questions. Okay, and the nature of integration, whether we need to develop our integration in the real time or near real time. Okay, near real time, or schedule based or batch based integrations or schedule based integrations. So like if I'm choosing my integration tool, whether it has a capability to do a real time integrations. Okay, whether my integration tool have a capability to do near real time integrations, or no, whether it have a capability to do batch based integrations. Okay, these are all questions we need to do. And then the security, again the next question is security. Why security needed? Why security needed? Then after availability, so see, every business involving the some financial, right, financial stuff, right? Every customer does not want to say, expose their data. They want to give the security to their business or their data. So I have my, if I am choosing Boomi as my integration tool, okay, it have a capability to give security to my data or not, we will see, right? If I have a capability to secure my data or not. If no, Boomi is one of the integration tool where it is going to give security to the customer's data.
Hello,
Once,
your voice is cut.
sorry,
Your
hello,
voice, your voice is breaking. Hello, hello.
yeah, yeah, now it is fine, now it is fine. Is
Yes.
it happening to everyone?
వాయిస్ కొంచెం రఫ్ గా వస్తుంది.
Okay, okay, now it is fine, now it is fine.
ఓకే ఓకే ఫైన్ రైట్.
Okay, okay, thank you for let me know. Okay, so now we are discussing about security, right? So Boom is one of the integration tool where it is going to give, security to the customer's data. Okay, encrypted data, it is going to encrypt. Okay, encrypting, like whatever the data is coming from the customers, the Boomi itself, it is encrypting the data and it is sending to the target system. Let's say if you are, if you are doing orders integration, okay, if you are doing orders integration by using Boomi, the Boomi, it will pull the data from the source orders data, and it is going to encrypt 124 encryption. Okay, encryption, it is giving encryption 124. Okay, it's going to give a 124 encryption. And availability means, as I mentioned, cloud, it is a cloud application. Okay, cloud integration tool, right? So for cloud integrations, the availability is very high. Okay, the availability is very high. The last, and the form, and at the last, it is coming to cost. Okay, it is coming to cost. If you have all these integration tools, okay, Boomi, MuleSoft, Celigo, all are doing same work, then we will, at the last, we will compare the cost. At the last, we will compare the cost. Okay, why we need to choose Boomi as an integration tool? Why we need to choose a Boomi as an integration tool? Because by using Boomi, 90 to 95% of integrations can be achieved without any coding, and the availability is very high. And by using Boomi, we can do any kind of integrations. Like as I mentioned, we can achieve on-premise integrations, cloud integrations, and hybrid integrations. And one more thing, the volume, as I mentioned, it depends on the volume of traffic of the data also, right? The Boomi have a capability to accept 1 lakh records. Okay, 1 lakh records, or 1 lakh records, or one, for example, records means, if you are 1 lakh orders, for example, and if you are understanding language, if I am explaining, and if you are understand, like orders, like if you are, each order considered as a one record, each order considered as a one record, then it has a 1 lakh records, or it have a capability to accept 1 lakh records, 1 lakh records per second. Per second, it have a capability to accept 1 lakh records. That much traffic it is going to be accept. Okay, and coming to business entities, we can do any kind of integrations by using Boomi. Any kind of, okay, what kind of integration you want to do, those many, that kind of integrations we can do. And the nature of integration, real time integrations we can achieve, near real time integrations we can achieve, batch based integrations we can achieve, and we can achieve synchronous integrations. Like we can develop our integrations. Nature of integration, like operations. Okay, synchronous integrations or synchronous operations we can design or develop by using Boomi. And asynchronous integrations or operations we can do. And one way, one way operations and one way integrations we can develop by using Boomi. Okay, we will discuss about each and every type. Don't worry. What do you mean by real time? What do you mean by near real time? What do you mean by batch based and synchronous, asynchronous, one way? We can discuss each and every term what we are discussing here. Don't worry. But understand, whenever if you are choosing any integration tool, we need to understand all these concepts. Okay. Now 90 to 95% of integrations we can achieve without coding. Okay, without coding. That's why if you are writing coding, if you are want to write coding, it will consume lot of time. Okay, it is it is we can achieve 90 to 95% of integrations without coding. So like nowadays writing coding is very painful, right? No, if you don't know coding, if you want to hire the coding candidates, it is very difficult. Okay, that's why lot of companies are choosing without coding tools. Okay, anyone have any questions still here? I think Meghana raised your hand. Yeah, Meghana, yes, tell me.
Yeah, Pawan, actually, you
Anyone
have
have any?
said to the 124.
Sorry, your
I,
voice is
I
not
didn't
clear.
got that point actually.
Sorry.
Can you please open your screen?
Yeah. Okay.
The notepad.
Yeah. You can see my notepad, right, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
124.
124,
120.
this security part, I didn't got that.
Ah, I'm
So,
also Pawan.
124
That's okay.
encryption.
yeah. So security means, for example, if you are doing integration, okay, you are connecting to your source system. I will give you one example. Okay. For example, I'm giving you one real-time example. So you are doing integration between two application systems. Okay. So you are using Boomi as a
Pawan, your voice is breaking. We can't hear you.
hello, hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
Is
yeah,
it
Uh,
it's
sir.
fine?
audible.
I guess your
Is it fine now,
Okay, fine.
Fine, fine.
Megan?
actually,
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So now, for example, if you are doing integration with the help of any intermediate, let's take a Boomi. Okay, Boomi as an integration tool. What you are doing, you are collecting the data from here, and you are sending the data to here. Now, customer wants to encrypt, or they want to security to their data, right? Because every business involving financial related, and every business is running on the, it is a confidential, right? A business is a confidential. Every company wants to give security to their data. They don't want to expose their data. They don't want to expose their business, right? Yes or no? So for that, if they are using Boomi as an integration tool, they will expect whether Boomi is a security, give security securance or not to my data. So like whenever if you are using integration tool as a Boomi, the Boomi will give you more security to their data. The data is going to be encrypted. 128 encryption means, for example, okay, name is there. Okay, name. So name, let's say Pawan. Okay, name is Pawan. So now if you are doing integration, the Boom, if you are pulling the data, pulling the data from a CRM as a name as a Pawan. So this is going to be create like encryption, like some characters like this, something like this. Then it is going to send to the target system. Okay, so now by seeing this you can understand, okay, name is Pawan. By seeing this you can understand. No, right? It is very difficult to encode it, decode it, right? So if we don't know what exactly it is saying, by seeing this we can say okay, it is a Pawan. By seeing this, okay, the name is Pawan. By seeing this we cannot understand, right? We cannot unable to understand, all right? So this is how the Boom is going to encrypt the data. Okay, it
Okay,
is very
Pawan, but
difficult.
encryption means that encrypt the data. If the Pawan is there, it is understandable, but it is like it is encrypted format. But like 128, it is a format or it is the name of that encryption. Why
No, 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 no,
that
no, no, no.
128?
Format. This is 128 is a format. like we have different formats of encryption. If you know go and search like encryption formats, like we have if you not only in Boomi, in general in the IT we will kind of if you want to give security to your data, we will go with some encryptions and decryptions. Okay, encryptions and decryptions. The Boomi is following this 128 encryption. So like this some kind of codings like different characters it will going to give security. Okay.
Uh, like Bhavan, you said, like where we like building that application, build, deploy, and all right.
Mhm.
For that, we need one platform that is iPaaS. Like
iPads. Yeah, I will show
after
you.
that,
I
you
will show you
said
that
like
platform also.
AtomSphere,
Yes. So
AtomSphere also.
yes, yeah,
Why
I will explain.
different?
I will explain here. So as I mentioned, integration. So this is a cloud offering, right? It is a cloud offering. Okay, it is a see.
Okay.
This is one kind of cloud offering. As I mentioned, if you remember when I am explaining the CRM, CRM is a one of the customer relationship management. It is a one of the offering. Okay, under this we have different technologies or tools like a Salesforce. Okay, we have a Salesforce. Salesforce is one of the technology, right? One of the technology. Okay, which is offered by CRM. I will give you a simple
Okay.
example. I will give you on a simple example. For example, RTC is there. Okay, TSRTC. Okay, TSRTC. What is it will do? It is providing the transport, right? Okay, it is going to provide the transport, right?
Mm.
To the public. It is go the TSRTC is a one of the offering. Under this we have a luxury bus, I mean super luxury buses, we have a express buses, we have a Palle Velugu bus, we have a sleeper coach, like that, right? Like let's say different kind of buses we have. Let's say luxury bus, okay, sleeper coach, seater, okay, we have a sleeper, right? The main motto of this RTC is providing the services to the customer, right? Whether they are providing different parcel services or transportation services, or they are providing sleeper coach, they have no sitting. But the offering, this is TCS is offered, right? TCS is a sorry, RTC is a RTC is a service provider. Okay, RTC is a
Okay.
service provider. Under this service provider we have a different services, I mean different technologies. Okay, sleeper, we have a sitting, and we have a like a courier services we have. Yes or no? Likewise same. Okay, this is a of service provider. iPaaS is a service provider. Okay, iPaaS is a service provider. Under these services, we have a different technologies or tools. Okay, Boomi is one of the tool. MuleSoft is one of the tool. Celigo is one of the tool. The main motto of this iPaaS is it is providing one service, right?
Yes. Yes.
It is providing one service. Okay, same like like RTC. It under RTC different services we have a sleeper service, we have a sitting service, we have a different services. Likewise iPaaS is also one of the service provider. Under that service provider we have different tools. Okay, like as I mentioned we need one. So for we are calling sleeper sleeper as a bus name. We are specifically naming. Okay, we are calling that with a name, right? Same way one of here the iPaaS is also providing one platform. Okay, iPaaS is also providing one platform. That platform name is Boomi is one, no, this Boomi is tool. Okay, to do our integrations we need one kind of platform, right? That platform name is AtomSphere. Okay, for MuleSoft it is a Anypoint. Okay, for MuleSoft it is a Anypoint. We will call it as a Anypoint. Okay, just it is a platform name. Okay, it is a platform name. The platform which is provided. Okay, just platform name.
Okay, iPaaS is a service. It is provided like some tools that is a Boomi MuleSoft are like that. Boomi AtomSphere platform. The platform name was AtomSphere. Will use
Exactly.
to Boomi, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now it is clear.
Thank you.
Now it is
Yeah.
clear.
Thank you.
Everyone, is it clear now?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So now we will go, log in into Boomi. So as I mentioned, Boomi is a Boomi is a cloud application, right? A cloud
Cloud
integration.
application.
Yeah.
Mm.
So now to log, as I mentioned, we need a good internet connection and valid credentials. That's it. So
Credentials.
the URL, okay. So the platform to, if you are not installing any software, just we will log in through mobile or any webs, right? The URL is platform. Okay, HTTPS. Okay, some slash platform dot boomi dot com. Okay, this is
Dot
a
com.
URL, platform dot boomi dot com. Okay, we'll copy this and we will see, we will log in. You can see here platform dot boomi dot com. Okay, platform dot boomi dot com, or else I can remove this, I can copy this and enter platform dot boomi dot com. Okay, why it is, okay, let me come here. Here I will enter platform dot boomi.com. Okay, this is a login URL. Okay, now enter. Sorry, here the naming name is different for RM, right? Okay, now yeah, platform.boomi.com. Okay, this is a login page. Okay, this is the opening login page where you can enter your username and password. Username and password. That's it. Okay, click on your username and giving my password. I'm giving my password to my account. Okay, username and password I'm giving. So this is a opening page. So this is the opening page. So as I mentioned, Boomi is providing different services. Okay, this is the opening page. Okay, in the integration, the Boomi have different services. Okay, different services. Okay, like integration we have a API management, we have event stream we have, and we have a MDH is nothing but a master data hub. We have a data catalog we have. These are all different services provided by Boomi. Okay, different services provided by Boomi. So mainly we will focus on API management and integration. Okay, lot of companies are will focus on this only. So we will, in our course, we will discuss only integration and API management. Okay, if I come here, this is my platform, right? This is my platform. Okay, so here we have a different services: integration, master data hub, API management, flow, task automation, so event stream. These are all different we have. So mainly we will focus on the integration. If I click on the integration service, so here this is my integration services, right? This is so as I mentioned, see, it is a atom sphere platform. Here in the URL you can see atom sphere. Here you can see the atom sphere. Boomi is a atom sphere platform. Okay, Boomi is a atom sphere platform. The platform name is atom sphere. Okay, so here as I mentioned, Boomi is an iPaaS tool, right? Where in the iPaaS, where we can build our integrations, we can deploy our integrations, and we can manage our integration at a place, right? Okay, so this is my, so as I mentioned, we can build our integrations. We can see here in the different integration services we have. In the integration services, so we have a build, we can do deployment, we can do manage. As I mentioned, we can build our integrations, or we can develop our integrations, we can deploy our integrations, we can manage our integrations. Okay, we will discuss each and every tab. Okay, what are the tabs we have on the tabs, what are the different no service, like options we have. We will going to discuss each and every term in our integration. Okay, This is a login page. Okay, this is called as a process canvas, component explorer. All these things we will discuss later. Okay, this is a Boomi UI part. Okay, this is how it is going to look like. Yeah, anyone have any questions or any doubts still here? Anyone have any questions or any doubts? Anyone not understood anything?
Hello.
Yeah, Anu. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Pawan. What about the costing?
Sorry, cost
What about the cost of this one, service?
service. So
Like we
again,
discussed about the security, availability,
yeah.
and the cost.
Yes. So cost is again, it is depending on the business requirement. It's not like, the Boomi is not, will provide you some for 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakhs rupees. It's a different scenario in Boomi. Okay. The licensing cost depending on the connections which we are want to purchase. Like for example, in your business, you want to connect with some 10 application systems, like a Salesforce,
Mm.
NetSuite database. 10 application systems are there. You want to connect with the 10 application systems, and you want to pull the data from the 10 application systems, or you want to send the data to 10 application systems, depending on the number of connections which you want to consume. Okay, the number
Okay.
of application systems you want to connect with by using Boomi, depending on that the cost is going to vary. Okay, it's not
Okay.
simply, in the market it is for one cr, it is 2 cr, it's not like that. It depending on the number of connections which you want to connect. Connections means number of application systems you want to connect. Depending on that, the cost is going to vary.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
యాక్చువల్ గా అను గారు ఇది డెవలపర్స్ అవసరం లేదండి. యాక్చువల్ గా కాస్ట్ ఎంత అవుతుంది